This is Dr. Samuel J. Lombardo, the Executive Director, CEO, Financier Agent Coach, and Consultant for SL Models and Tone Agency LLC, Fashionista Studios LLC, Artist Scala USA LLC, and Couture Designs Photography LLC. I'm nationally and internationally known and trademarked as the Soul Mending Alchemist. Um, You can follow me on the web at www.soulmendingalchemist.com, as well as book private sessions with me if you'd like, um, on the web, or also via my personal emails, soulmendingalchemist1111 at gmail.com or info@soulmendingalchemist.com. Also, you can subscribe, share, and comment on YouTube at Soul Mending Alchemist 1111. And also, you can follow, like, share, and comment on my TikTok, which is at Divine Guide 1111. All right. Tonight I wanted to pop on just a little bit, because I had a channeled message. This is an intuitive message. I feel like there is a couple of you out there who is in my energy, and I could even be including my own energy in this case, okay? Where people are trying to get you fired or put out. I've also hear some of the rumors that are going around. For some of you, there are rumors about certain things that pertain to, this energy has really, really drained me. So I'm almost certain that for a lot of you out there who this may be resonating with, it is also draining you as well. For specific of yous, I feel as if you could be a walking time bomb, okay? Like walking karma, so to speak. But you are someone whom nobody can actually, and I'm speaking to the collective when I say this, you are someone that no one can seem to understand. They're either jumping to conclusions, or they're just judging how you are around their energy. But they're not making any real clear... Man, I'm telling you, I don't even know where this yawning is coming from right now. So this is clearly a channel, because I'm still got to be out driving yet, and I'm not tired, to the least of it, even though that you see me yawning. In fact, I'm about to clear my energy for a minute. Give me one moment. And I also have some things that I could shape in here. Alright. Let's see what that will do, because I want to get straight to the point and I don't want to be going through all of this live yawning. So, for some of you, I feel as if you may have been lied to. So, here's the energy that I'm seeing. I'm just going to go, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it, and I'm not going around the bush about it. There are some of you that are actually dealing with a backstabber. Okay? These are people that in your face, they're like, hi, how are you? What are you doing? Okay? Do you like where you are? Type of energy. Do you miss where you've been, or, whatever the case may be, because the idea is that they want to get you communicating. What they don't realize is that you have actually persevered to get to the level where you are in your life. For some of you, your perseverance has been all of your life so far. You have been doing one thing, tried that, it didn't work. You tried the next thing, you tried that didn't work. You tried the other thing, boom, 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 boom. All right? And unfortunately, at the end of the day, what it looks like is you didn't have anything 7-11, 1 o'clock as I'm speaking. So, a lot of what is taking place here is that there is somebody in my collective's energy who is trying to feed off of that energy. Who is creating some kind of an epiphany, if you will, of what seems to be looking true. I'll give you an example. Let's say Mean Girls, okay? If y'all watch Mean Girls, yes, I'm going to give myself away. You can judge me in any way that you want, but I'm going to just say it like it is, okay? We know that Regina George in that movie was fake. But she tried every little thing that she possibly could towards the authentic girl to make her look like what she wasn't. Because she knew that she couldn't be that, even though that she looked like she had it all. Okay? And that's the energy that I am feeling right now. And I feel like this is coming from a Virgo. Okay? For some of you. Should be coming from a Virgo, could be coming from a Taurus, because I'm seeing Queen and King of Pentacles in the reverse. This is Taurus and Virgo right to the T, okay? But then we also have a situation because we have a High Priestess that's in reverse. So this is someone who, with a Hierophant, who's basically a Bible thumper. They know about the Bible, they know what they're supposed to be doing about the Bible, but yet turn around and try to make other people look like they're not following the scriptures, but yet breaking their own rules. So they're rule setters, they just don't know how to follow their own rules. Or for some reason, their rules, they forget them. It's kind of like a boss or a supervisor saying, well, you can't do this, but yet you see them doing it. These are what we call the bigots, asinine, and I'm being very honest, straight up wannabes. These are people who honestly don't really fit in to the qualifications of such. They only want to find a way to get around the system. And I'll be very blunt and honest with you. The minute that I see that, the minute I trash it, if I'm going to put something out, I'm going to put out the trash. I'm not going to put out the good people because some wannabe wants to sit there and make different rules, change them, switch them, favor others, and all of this stuff just to try to get somebody else's friend in there. Or let's say, well, this rule, I know I'm going to break it, so let me just act like this rule don't even exist. For some of you out there that may be following me, trying to figure out how to counteract your act. Okay, 11:11 on the clock as I'm speaking. It's a confirmation. All right. This is the wolves in sheep's clothing. This is, again, the energy of betrayal. Whether it's in the workplace, family, or if it's with a relationship. For some of you, you're going even as far as acting like you are single to try to attract somebody, to try to make a point. And you're actually falling into a trap because you're using a Virgo to do it. Look, I'm not here to advertise your nonsense, but this is the energy that I've been checking in all day. I was doing readings left and right for people today. And it was like one person's stabbing them in the back, betraying them, the this, the that, the other thing. And I'm just sick and tired of that energy. This is someone, you have, some of you have people that are totally fake. And they are trying to just copy your energy, or they want to steal from you. So they'll act like now, for some of you, they couldn't get you put out or fired one way, so now they're trying a different way, which is going to lead to the very same way that they did before. But they're going to do it where there's more people involved to actually make this thing look real. Whatever this is that they're trying to do. All right, let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Let's say there was a rumor, right, about some co-worker, stalking a sister of somebody else's co-worker, all right? And what happens is you may get like random people coming from fake accounts if they're not already stalking you, okay? You'll get random people that are following you on fake accounts, catfishing you, okay? Let's just say that. And then they come back around. It's like the catfish all of a sudden just disappears. You're like, oh, well, where did so-and-so go? I had a very nice conversation. Yeah, but you were having a conversation with somebody who distorted your view. Let's just put it that way. So now they can go back and they'll be like, they'll go to your boss and say, well, so-and-so had a conversation on Monday afternoon and it's been going on for like 34 days, and it was, and it wouldn't even last that long. It would be just enough so that they could literally try to prove, let's say that you're a stalker. We're just using it as an example. It's a hypothetical example, and it's the energy that I'm getting for some of you. But the thing is what they don't realize is that They would have to figure out and prove how you were stalking them when they are the ones initiating a conversation through a catfish account. Well, there ain't going to be no way that they would be able to do it. But so that's where the blackmailing comes in at, because it's like, oh, well, shoot, I can try to get them fired. I can spin a story off, and somebody could be this and that. So then all of a sudden, it's like you're paying somebody off to literally leave the position, okay? Or it could be some crony, all right? That you're paying off to go and try to claim that something was happening, because let's say maybe you had conversations with so-and-so, and that so-and-so is then going to sit there and try to spin it off like you were trying to look for somebody instead of you actually not even talking about the person. So they would actually lie behind you, and then in front of you actually spin a story off to make it look like you had to actually look for somebody when in actuality you didn't. So be very careful for any of you out there who are randomly adding people on catfish accounts. It could even be your own senior team lead, okay? It could be your manager. It could be your own boss. If they see that you don't want to do any, well, this center even funny. They've been trying all every single damn time. Excuse my language, I'm sorry, but the truth of the matter is, folks, this energy is so pathetic. But at the same time, it's so authentic because it's showing their true colors. It's showing you who your enemy is. And they fit it perfectly because that's who they are. They're backstabbers, they're liars, they're pathetic wannabes. And the thing is that you and the good energy, you're persevering through all this, but they don't like that. They don't like the fact that you're persevering through it. And in fact, let me tell you the little secret, okay? They get angry. Yes. They get angry. They may not show it to you. And in fact, there is a difference between ghosting and blocking. When somebody be blocking you, they don't want you in their life at all. Okay? Ghosting you, at least you have a chance to kind of get maybe some kind of a closure, and you'll be able to speak to the person. But when they are ghosting and blocking, they don't want to hear it, and they don't care for anything to do with you. Who would be in the right mind to actually do that? Somebody that has enough power to believe a liar. So if this is you in that type of energy, then I have to tell you, you need to be very, very careful, because there is a collective out there, to include myself, who is nothing but a walking karma. What is a walking karma? It is a person who literally has justice written on their forehead and karma in their forehead. It hurts worse than a brick and any kind of a knife that could stab you in the back. This is your lesson. This is what you have to do. This is what you have to learn. A lot of us, we We try to trick ourselves. Yes, it's okay. You can sit there and lie once a week for an hour on a Sunday pew, okay? But at the end of the day, if you're actually believing the lies of someone whom you can't even confirm that they're even any kind of a friend, okay? Because what happened in the past is sure the heck not going to be what's happening now. This is someone whom you're going to wish you have never, ever believed in to begin with. For some of you, you have wasted your time being stuck believing the lies of karmics rather than actually living your life and allowing yourself to make your own judgment call. Do your own research. Some of you, maybe it was fear of, because it could have been manipulation. Oh, well, if you do this, well, I won't do that. It could be a parent who would actually be manipulating you into believing that you should have to do something a certain way. And if you don't do it, it's not that I agree or don't agree with it, but I will tell you the truth. Parents who are going to teach your children manipulation, lies, and deceit is just as guilty as a liar that has spoken. Okay? So if you got to lie your way to your children for them to learn something, then you're not teaching nothing. You're going to be teaching yourself how to deal with the karma that comes on the back end of it. For some of you, I'm even hearing that it may have something to do with money. You're making this person judge someone about if they're able to take. First of all, if you're going to sit there and tell the person that they're independent, then why does it matter if the person takes care of them or not anyway? Why are you the one to dictate the relationship, workmanship, or whatever ship that you may be on? Okay, maybe you're on the wrong ship. I don't even know. But whatever ship that you, let's just say this, whatever ship that you think that you're on, man, all you have is a noisemaker. I'm just speaking right out of the honest truth to you tonight, because there is, like, literally, like, this energy is just one thing, and it drains me even. That I had to sit here, like, I'm sitting here all day, like, and I don't mind it because I'm trying to tell people about something. So it's the same stinking energy. Like, there's a backstabber, there's a liar, there's a trickster, the devil, the this, the that. It's like, and God just says, you know what? Enough is enough. And I know that, and I enjoy what I do, by the way. And thank you all who are subscribing to Soul Mending Alchemists. I love each and every one of you very, very dearly. I truly do appreciate the subscriptions. We are going up. I mean, started very, very low, but in the past few days, as of now, I think I'm up to 777 was the last count that I had. I would say, you know, watch some of the videos though. Don't just subscribe. You don't know what you're subscribing to if you're subscribing and there ain't nothing there to, you know, that So, and I have a whole lot of helpful tips on a spiritual level as well as on a professional level. So definitely keep an eye on many things. And I have many events as well that I'll be sharing that perhaps you would like to attend. And I have some giveaways that I'll be doing. Okay, so stay tuned. Stay tuned for sure. I'm just getting things started right now. But yes, the energy that I am feeling right now, folks, especially with a lot of the readings, the spiritual guidance that I was giving today, it was really just about how people, whether innocent people's power from them, and they were wondering why it was that they wasn't getting promoted, why others are always grouping around and certain people are getting away with certain things that other people aren't, and all this, and what's this drama all about, and here I'm pulling a simple card and I'm letting them know everything. Like, isn't it funny how you get something like a 10 of wands and it'll tell you so much more than what the picture shows? I mean, it's crazy, but it is true. Let me see. I think I got a front row seat. I think I do. How about that? Yes, I do. So I will be very honest with you, collective. And this is to my innocent collective. I'm not talking about those whom I'm projecting this energy towards. There are some of you out there that honestly, God is saying enough is enough. And that you honestly really need to understand your life path. Some of you are actually ignoring not just your lessons, but also ignoring the gifts that God is providing you, and so God goes to the next person. And so how he tests you on that determines on how you react towards specific spiritual guidance, awareness, and coaching. Okay, so do be advised about it. But the energy that I am talking about right now, or the energy that I am feeling, I'm talking specifically towards those who are trying to put out negative energy, manipulation, backstabbing, catfishing, fake accounts. I could go on all night about this, okay? That literally all they're really trying to do is put you out. They're trying to find ways to show that you are not what you are projecting to be. You're actually showing your true self, that they're actually projecting you as something else. And when you go and you feed into that energy, what happens is they feel that they have the upper hand. And for some of them, they probably do. Because as long as you're allowing 29 as I speak, as long as you are sitting here dealing with the sorrows of other people's mistakes or the sorrows of other people's manipulation, what happens is it turns out to be a situation for which it isn't fair to you, but that you have allowed yourself to fit into that predicament. Tomorrow night, what I want to do is I want to talk about what the human stance to predicament is. I want to explain to you how you get out of specific predicaments without giving too much information, but to share enough information that you will understand intuitively how to move forward. Some of you are knowing how to do it, and that's the issue, because there are people, believe me, there are people in my life who are 100% jealous. They are mad that I have persevered and still found a way to actually move forward. They don't like it. I also know when people are faking it too. And believe me, there's a lot of them that are faker than press on nails. There are, for some of you, I'm even going to dare to say this. You're probably going to ask me too, well, what does this have to do with anything? In your past, you may have been challenged where certain people were trying to attach to you emotionally and then deem themselves as victims. All those people that were doing that and then lying about you, God is saying enough is enough, and automatic karma is being divvied up. So you no longer have to worry about that, collective, if that's something that you had to go through. All right? Because we're in the Aquarius age now. All right? So if someone tries to sit there and try to pretend or act like they're in your energy, and they want you to feel a certain way for them, and then turn around and backstab you into them being the victim, what you have just learned is that you don't have to be anyone's victim, and nobody has to be your victim. And therefore, you know when to walk away. And I will be very honest, for some of you, it may be automatic karma to the point that they thought that they could do it, and then you already walked away. Well, that's going to make them look like an asinine person. That's what's going to happen. I'm just going to put it out there that way, because that's what's happening. All right, but for some of you had to learn that because they kind of made you, their victim. But it was a lesson that you had to learn, but you have learned that lesson, and now you know that you can walk away from it, so now they can't play the same game. Some of them may come back and actually legitimately try it again. Others of your past may realize, for some of you, I feel as if others were involved in the manipulation, and this person in their own way has been researching you. Not in the sense of them actually spying on you, but in the sense that it and they have to use fake accounts. I'll tell you why they have to use fake accounts. Because there are people that they know whom they are actually trying to protect you. In actuality, your friend, your true friend, is actually protecting you, but they know that there's certain people watching them. And it don't have to be just family, it could be co-workers as well. And so what happens is, or it could be exes depending on the situation. So they watch you from secret accounts to where it's only them that knows what you're doing and they are following you. When someone says, oh, this person's a slut, for example, I know I'm going way out there in the field with this one, but I'm just going to say, they could have a fake account where they were literally sitting there acting like somebody that could have gave you every picture, any picture, and whatever, okay? And you didn't budge one bit to any of that craziness. Well, they have evidence, not just oh, that it's going to come out. Oh, no, you're not. No, they got actual evidence that you are not a slut. Because not only are they watching you on that secret account, that you may not realize that that is that person. Okay? But you are not acting nowhere near like what some of these people suggest that you are. Although you got to be careful, because then you got other people who are downright catfishing other accounts. Now, the fake accounts are pretty obvious. These are ones where they use like fruit baskets, they could use pets, they could use animal, so they could use whatever, okay, to make an account and just throw a name in there. It could be Donald Sal's, okay? And their profile picture is a basket of rabbits, all right? Well, that is a, what I would call it's a fake account, okay, but it's a secret account. But you also got a fake account that's a catfish, and the catfish, what it is it could be a pretty boy or a pretty girl, looking all sexy as anything, but it ain't the real deal. They probably just got pictures from some random whatever, okay? It could have been a profile that you would have never known that that person was a model. And here you're thinking, oh, this person's like all this, all that, and the other thing. And they're there to try to get you in trouble by trying to spawn off some other crap about, oh, well, do you want to see my body? Okay. So you got to know the difference of what kind of activity is going on between a fake catfish account, which is using somebody's pictures and it's not them, and a fake account that is a secret account, which would just basically be randomized information, but not necessarily anything that anybody would even really want to add anybody for. Because all they're really doing, in all honesty, is they are just simply watching you. And for some of you, they might have asked you, their friend, to watch over you and have fallen in love with you. I feel that energy 3939 as I speak. But the thing is that true love will only go towards the love that is meant to be. So even if somebody fell in love, if that person said, yeah, that person never fell in love with me back, then they pretty much know that they're still safe. This original person. So I feel like what I need to do is we need to talk about the beginning stages of our spiritual walk, which is our predicament, which is our life path, if you will. It's not the purpose. Life path is words that you will hear me use are such as alignment, projection, like, you will hear those different types of things, because I think that I would like my subscribers to understand why certain things happen the way that they do, in the precise way that they do in your 5D. And then how the 5D relates to your 3D walk. And how you would know, or why it would feel weird that you are walking away from your 5D purpose in your 3D. Okay? And I can throw this out there a little bit. So 3D is just your earthly walk, whereas 5D is your spiritual walk. Alright? But we'll get more into details tomorrow night on that one. That way then I can help further explain to you intuitively what these situations are and why it's important. But for tonight, I just wanted to let you know that there are a few of you in my collective whom enemies were, they were trying to act as if they're your friend, okay? Even if these are co-workers, these could be co-workers that all of a sudden, for some odd reason, they seem like they're too nice, or they're breadcrumbing you, or they're just sitting there as if like nothing ever happened. While sitting there projecting another plan on how to attempt to get you put out. But they know that they're going to have to work a little bit harder at it. For some of you, I think you might have even been protected, because not only do you have managers that are watching over you and seeing that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, but now the directors are starting to see it. And if they're not starting to see it, you may have even ran into your own CEO. And if that person is liking what you're doing and they only see good in you, then they're going to have to do a hell of a lot of hard stuff. But I'm going to promise you, this is their last attempt, whoever this is in the collective. Because the whole charade of them will all be put out at the end. That's what God is telling me. God is saying, you know what? No, we're going to do a total shift. Right now, autumn is their last chance. If they can't fix the problem and they make the problem worse, they will be the ones put out, not you. This also goes for anyone that you may have had friendships with. Autumn is their last chance to make reconciliation before God says, okay, I'm divvying up judgment. 4444 as I speak. So that is confirmation. It's not a scare tactic, folks. This is legitimately what God is telling me to basically say. I don't do judgments. Okay? I'm not someone that can divvy up judgment. Now, I can take it and dish it when it comes to justice, when it comes to karma. But I can't say, oh, well, you're the evil one. You're the one that's going to get it. This is how it's going to be done. I can't tell you how it's going to be divvied up. I don't know. All I know is that after the fall, it will be automatic. That's all that I know. And the only thing I can really say is that you will have to then make the plan to pray to God. Because at the end of the day, God ain't doing this to try to make anybody miserable, to be honest. I'm going to just share this with you real quick. God would like to see all of us be with him forever. In the clouds of glory in heaven. But at the end of the day, we still have to make that choice if we're going to follow the toxicity of the devil, or if we're going to finally say, okay, enough is enough. Things ain't working out this way. I need God. I need God on my side. I need those who believe in God on my side. Don't pretend to be a Christian and then turn around and backstab your brother. Or betray your brother. Or deny your brother, acting as if, oh, I never really had a friendship. No, I don't even know what that was about. That was weird. For some of you, that's what's going on. And the thing is, even though you may be sitting there thinking like, oh, well, I let that piece go, I'm good. Maybe so, but you know, I would also definitely pray about it, because I don't see this being just magic disappearing like, oh yeah, I faked my brother, you know, I pretended to be a Christian friend to him, and so now I denied him and betrayed him, and you know, I think that, you know, but now that I blocked him and everything, like, there ain't no reason I have to worry about it, God. I think we're good now. I don't know. It depends. It depends what God is telling you to do. If God's telling you, well, unblock the person and have a frank conversation, then what's that going to look like? Oh, no, I don't want to do that, God. I'm sorry, God, but I don't think that I could do it. Can you do it for me? No. That's where we're at now, folks. Some of us think that it's just easy to just get rid of people. Get rid of them, whether it's just blocking them out of their lives or ignoring them, ghosting them, whatever the case may be. And this isn't just about the fact because of an ego thing either. This is legitimate what I'm talking about. This is 100% channel. Because people do this, and this is the new world that we're actually in, believe it or not. What I mean by that is that it's easier for someone to sit there and actually just pretend that they don't exist, or ignore them as if they don't exist, deny them the access, than pretend as if nothing had really actually happened. But here's the thing, when you get involved with them again, you're going to know what happened. And all you're going to be doing are two things. You're going to first, A, embarrass yourself to anybody that you might have lied to. So that could be karma coming up. How does that happen? Well, let's say, for example, you ghosted a friend who thought that you were the sweetest person and wanted it to play sports with you all the time. And you thought, oh, well, that's just a bother. Well, to them, they didn't think that. They just thought, well, you were just the appropriate friend that they would have, instead of having a conversation of what it would sound like. Because here's the thing, what you really did was show your true color by what you didn't do. 5116 as I'm speaking, Archangel Michael, that is his number. He is protecting the collective right now as I speak. Because, and this is for the collective who needs the protection. It's not going to be towards everybody. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not that I'm mean. I'm just going to tell you like it is. Some of us still have to deal with our spiritual lesson, and others of us need that protection. I honestly wish that I had better news for some of you. Like, I'm also hearing, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get something channeled for tomorrow on this, because I was asking for more information today, and I was told that tomorrow, a little bit later, I would get it. But I'm hearing something about Laodicean churches actually being under judgment. That's a whole nother topic that I don't have time for right now, that I will talk about on another day. But basically, in short, what it means is that God is about to judge the church. It's based off of the people that are in there, and whether or not they are giving true tithes and things like that they are supposed to be doing, which are the actual commandments that are scripturally proven. Okay, we're not talking about if somebody eats pork or if someone doesn't. Okay, we're not talking about that. We're talking about like Malachi, like, how do you rob me? Or you rob me in my tithe and offerings and all of that. And then you're wondering why it is that the church is actually flaunting its numbers. It's because you can have 1 million people in the church, and if nobody pays tithe, the church door can still close up. The church doesn't pay its own tithe. You have to pay the tithe to the church so that the church can stay open. But if church is not important, then you need to really look in the mirror. And that's as far as I'm going to go with that one on this subject line, on this particular live here tonight. As you notice, I had no cards tonight. I'm not even going to clarify what cards tonight. I don't need to. I'm very well aware of who have given me these messages here tonight. And some of them have actually been clarified, because I am not the only intuitive person or reader out there who is speaking on some of these terms that I'm speaking about. Who are probably also drained of their energy. Well, not drained of their energy, they're just feeling tired, because there's a lot of toxic energy out there from the devil and his playground that we are dealing with to try to protect those who are to seek protection. And believe me, spiritual guidance, coaching, and awareness is not an easy task. Some of you probably get on there like, oh yeah, okay, I could read a card. Maybe. If it was an ego, I mean, there are some readers out there that just, they read based off of their ego instead of realizing what or asking God what it is that is necessary for the message. Because at the end of the day, God is the one that is in charge, regardless of what we may think, okay, about our gifts. And so we are going to be playing on the devil's territory. No wonder why there are a lot of threats that are being given out there. 5656 as I speak. It's always been 1111 on every angle tonight. I will tell you that on my channel, as a soul mending alchemist now, an alchemist is someone that takes nothing and makes something out of it. A soul mending alchemist is someone who takes toxic souls and mends them for the good. That is a very, very difficult task to do. But the only reason that I trademarked that name is because I was gifted on purpose for that particular name since I was 12 years old. I was alchemizing toxic souls since that age. Even though that I didn't know that I was an alchemist then. Now, with that being said, I am also not an angel. I mean, okay, well, some could say that I'm an earth angel or what have you, okay? That's fine. I'm an earth angel, I'm a this, I'm a that, whatever, right? But at the end of the day, my belief is in God. I also believe in the Master Ascended Jesus, who is the Son of God, and the Holy Spirit. I am a Christian as well. But I don't force my beliefs. I used to. That's why I'm saying I'm not an angel, because I know what it feels like. If it's one person that knows what it feels like to try to force somebody to believe a certain way, it would be me, because I had so many lessons on that. See, I didn't automatically say, okay, abracadabra, I'm ready to go start reading cards. I'm ready for the intuitive messages. No, it literally took me 20-some years to finally say, okay, God, you know what? I persevere. You win. And that is the main reason behind why there are a lot of spiritualists, a lot of Christians, etc., that are like, wow, you have literally mastered yourself. But I also have those jealous ones what are like, well, you wasn't supposed to master yourself. You were supposed to be stuck in that toxicity. Like, you were supposed to sit there and put yourself in jail for stalking my son or whatever. Or you know, harassing the person when it was unnecessary because I just wanted to make a scene out of it, or whatever the case may be. I'm just making up random, examples. But no, they got the opposite. Yeah. It's interesting how some people don't want to actually see you grow, and how others do. And believe me, if they wanted to see you grow, the first thing they wouldn't have done, believe me, I've had a whole family. It was the first time ever in my life that I had a whole family from a church who would actually block me. So, to be honest, and I still don't know to this day, and I told God maybe it's best that I didn't know. And I believe you any amount of money. It probably is better that I didn't know. But something must have transpired. Some kind of a major lie must have transpired that caused the whole family to want to block me. And it was like, I don't even talk but to the one person who hasn't done it until like after the family did it. Well, that's not the moral of the story. The moral of the story is that the devil has toxic ways of doing things that would confuse people in knowing who they actually really are. Like if they are actually Christians or whatever. And what happens is that when they feel that when other people embrace that attitude, they think they are doing something right. When the truth of the matter is, what that whole entire group or community of people had showed me is that neither one of them have actually grown spiritually. And some people even have the nerve to ask me, well, how is it that a whole group of people are at fault, but yet you're the only one standing there talking like. And I tell them, I'm like, no, I didn't say that I was innocent, but what I will tell you is this. When you embrace someone's behavior to do such things, that is just the same thing as saying that someone is involved or not. Because it's most likely that they pass the same judgment as the family did. The only difference is that they are just the whispers in the ear. They're the ones that just happen to take the action. And that's the bottom line. So it was pretty toxic, and to be very honest, the particular people that I am talking about, I'm not sure. Even if I saw growth, I'm not sure where I'm going to be at in the future. But I will tell you, it would most likely take a long time before I would ever deem it necessary for me to walk in the paths that they are walking. See, before I became spiritually aware in my struggles, I had a hard time trusting, but now I actually use it as a mechanism for safety. It's a weapon. It's a spiritual weapon that if I don't trust you, there is a real reason why. And if you're going to sit there and judge me that I don't trust you, and that is the reason why you don't want to speak with me, then because I'm not doing it, again, I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm doing it because I'm looking at the red flags, the blue flags, all the white flags, whatever different shades there are of the colors of the flag, okay, to determine what I need to do in protection. And sometimes, as spiritual guides and teachers, you really need to actually take heed and know when to walk away from the toxicity. Because sometimes it comes without any warning at all. And that was the case with me. I was already naive at the time to a particular friendship because I was dealing with a narcissist who was stealing from it. But then on top of that, I had to deal with someone who basically backstabbed me or whatever, who is still doing it yet to this day, but it's making more sense now why this person would, because after all, their only story is what they can remember. What happened with me and that person. It has nothing to do with anything that's happening now. And then, of course, at the same time, I thought I had a Christian friend, and that turned into a nightmare, and I don't even know why. To be quite honest, I just think that somebody may have actually interfered, and it could have caused some red flags on why I was being judged. But it did cause a rift strong enough to be able to cause a separation. And now they're sitting back enjoying every bit of it. Well, now they got till autumn to fix this problem before God says, okay, well, I'll fix it for you. And the karma that's coming behind that, I am not sure. So that could be the reason why certain things still kind of look like everything is okay. It's because God has given them the time to fix the issue. But what I'm seeing is that for some of them, they're not fixing the issue. They're rather just ignoring it or creating another issue. So it could literally be a whole nother lesson. This could turn out to be a karmic debt before it's said and done. But, that's not for me to be sitting here making the assumptions. I'm just telling you the energy of what I'm feeling from it. Now, am I sad? Sure, I'm going to be sad. Because I literally had trusted yet again another person whom I thought was a Christian friend. I swore up and down. I even thanked God for the person. I said, wow, but the devil used my I love you, my dears, my beautifuls, certain things may seem to have been a little bit weird, but the devil used those terms out of my mouth to twist the mind of the person. And when I got betrayed, it was as if I was somebody trying to embrace a situation that they probably did not want their judgment, because I was not even expecting this to be judged like this. To be honest, there was no expectations of it. So now that I gotten hurt by a Christian in a church, and a whole family, and then the whole entire church community was uncomfortable based off of what I heard from the deacon and whatnot, that's when I turned to God and said, okay, God, I need to set a boundary up, but I need to set one up that's going to be very, very strong, so that only those who truly mean to be in my life will be there. And he said, what? And I said, I'm tired of trusting people. That's all I told him. That's what I told him, in all honesty. I was being honest to God, okay? I prayed about it and everything. I said, I'm tired of trusting people. People think that I am naive, that I'm so codependent that I have to have somebody. So I don't want that no more. I said, let me just instead of me trying to rush myself into other people, I'll let them come to me, because I've already made the deal with God when it came to the relationship, which is why I was surprised that some of them thought I was trying to develop a relationship, because I've said it about 2, maybe 3 times to them already. I will not, when it comes to a relationship, I will not force myself to anyone, because I made a covenant to God that that person will come to me, not the other way around, because I don't trust that easily. So, if you can't even make it to be a friend of mine, then it's very, very, very likely you're definitely not going to win my heart. That's a given. So, the truth of the matter is that if these people would have come back to me, and believe me, if is a big word, okay? But if these people would have come back to me, it will not be the same like it was before. That is a given. And they would be the very first ones that I would have this test with. I now believe that trust needs to be earned just like respect. And this is the reason why. I'm nobody's daddy. I'm not going to go feeding money to anybody. If you gotta go online to sit there and find a way, figures. Sorry, I just saw an email and I was like, crap. Anyways, if you have to go online and seek a daddy, for example, then you're in the wrong energy. You are. I don't care if you think that I'm judging you. At that point, Because everybody needs to have some kind of level of understanding of what the security is. Like, I shouldn't have to go to dates, for example, and I'm hearing, oh, well, I had my job, but then I lost it. And then, you know, after, say, the first date, the next night I'm hearing, oh, but, you know, since you love me, can you give me $50? I need to pay my phone bill. Well, how did you pay your phone bill before me? However you did that, that's how you need to do it again. Because here's the thing, if I cannot pay for my things, it's not that I'm being greedy, but I can't help others if I can't do for myself. And that's why, even in my energy field, I could not heal people if I was still stuck in my ego. It's the same way. Just because I may have a few companies does not mean that I'm going to be your daddy and I'm going to sit there and pay your way. No. If this is about money, then you need to go out there and go figure out how you're going to get your money. Because as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to the heart, you can have 4 or 5 different daddies out there giving you money. Well, I'm not going to be interested in a polyamorous type of relationship. Okay? Take it as it resonates and leave the rest of it. Does not apply, and let it fly. I don't know what to tell you. But I'm just giving you the truths. I hope this helps. Peace.